Before we start, I just want to give a quick thank you to all of the crewmates who are supporting the channel on the SocraTetris Patreon page. If you are enjoying the channel, consider pitching in $3 a month in order to help me make videos and to have your name credited here at the start. With that said, let's begin. After I first played Final Fantasy X, I seriously idolized the relationship between Jecht and Tidus. It was clear to me that Tidus idolized Jecht, that beneath his loathing and resentment there was a kernel of respect. Having seen all of the Jecht spheres and spoken with Jecht during the final battle, I also sympathized with the reasons he was so tough on Tidus, with why he was an absentee father. I could feel the kernel of love Jecht had for his son. So, like a naive preteen, I attempted to try out this kind of father-son relationship in real life, with my own father. This was a mistake. My father and I didn't have many casual conversations as I was becoming a teenager. I don't have many memories of conversations with my dad growing up, but I remember this one. We were driving home from getting a meal at a local diner, southbound on the Kennedy Freeway, and laughing at some pun my dad just made. I decided that this was the perfect opportunity to joke at my father in return, and I ended my sentence with the word "old man." This surprised him, and I spent the rest of the drive being lectured about not using disrespectful language like that. I, an undiagnosed autistic kid, didn't know how to explain how I thought it was a term of endearment, that it was an attempt to develop our relationship, that it was inspired by a video game. I left the car, grounded from games and television, for the rest of the evening. I never got that chance to explain myself. I never got that friendly yet combative relationship I had romanticized, but I did get something much better. I got to continue having my real relationship with my real dad. My father is as far from Jecht as possible. The Jecht we know isn't the real Jecht. He is an aeon merely dreamt into existence by the faith of Zanarkand. He is an imaginary copy of the memories of a man that lived thousands of years ago. That Jecht, lavished in his wealth and fame, ridiculed his son for being weak, and abandoned his family long before the moment the city died. We got to know a copy that learned to regret, learned to appreciate what he had after it was taken away while traveling across Spira. My father was a homemaker. He retired as a lieutenant colonel of the United States Air Force when I was only 4 or 5 years old. I only ever knew a home where my dad drove me to and from baseball practice, who helped me with my homework and built science fair projects in the kitchen, who cooked dinner every night except Pizza Friday, who cleaned the floors and frequently talked to me about how to be responsible, how to have good work ethic, and how to tough out the bullies. How to be a good friend to people. He never once struck or hit me. He hugged me when I came home crying. My father has shown up every time I needed him. He showed up when I was mad at him. He showed up when I was embarrassed by him. He showed up as a good father even when I was clearly a bad son. The whole world should be as lucky as I was. My real dad was better than Jecht in every way. How could I have romanticized such an abusive and neglectful character? Well, because Jecht is a cool character. He's the strongest, he's popular, he is aloof and happy in an in-your-face kind of way. Jecht is who a teenage boy wants to be. Jecht doesn't need anyone to be happy, and yet, no one needs a person like Jecht. Fathers are not meant to be cool. Fathers are meant to be real. Fathers leave behind the vapid things society markets as cool in favor of taking care of and connecting with their loved ones. A real father is just that which everyone should be, a person who defines their life by love. Thank you for watching, and stay true.
The toughest guy in the world! That's who I have to beat!
A skinny little kid talking tough. You better not regret it later.
I'll regret it. If I don't fight you.
Then let's do this, huh?
You're finished!
Oh,
Just beginning.
then how's this? Look what happens when I don't hold back. Well, now you know that nobody can beat me. You're still just a kid. You've got limitless potential running through your veins. You'll be up on your feet by tomorrow.
Where are you going? This isn't over yet. There's no tomorrow for me. Unless I beat you today!
Pesky little runt. Who do you take after?
Go ask yourself!